Assalamu alaikum, boys and girls. How are you all? I hope you all are doing good. Are you excited for another story? I know I am, so let's get started. Today I'm going to tell you a story called Allah's Mercy. Once a very poor woman came to the court of Prophet Dawud alayhi salam. She asked the Prophet that, "Is Allah just?" The Prophet replied to her that indeed Allah is just. Why do you ask? The woman started telling her story. The woman said to Prophet Dawud alayhi salam that she was a widow, that means her husband had died. She had three daughters and she worked hard to feed them. She had made yarn and wrapped it in cloth and was going to the market to sell it so she could buy some food. As she was going to the market, a bird flew by her and suddenly snatched her yarn from her and flew away. The woman was very sad. She could not even buy a piece of bread for her daughters now. As the woman was talking, a few men asked permission to enter the king's court. Each of these men gave 10 gold coins to Prophet Daud alayhi salam and asked him to give them in charity. Prophet Daud alayhi salam asked these men that what made you give this charity? One of the men replied that they were traveling in water when the strong wind started to blow. There was a small hole in their boat and they did not have anything to fix it. Suddenly, a bird flew by and threw a cloth at them, and that cloth had a lot of yarn in it. These men quickly used that cloth and yarn to fix the boat and were saved from drowning and made it back to the land safely. Prophet Daud alayhi salam looked at the woman and she was listening to all this in amazement. He said to that woman that this is how merciful Allah is. He gave all the gold coins brought by these men to that poor woman and said to her to buy food and clothes for her daughters and herself. The woman went back happily, thanking Allah and Prophet Daud alayhi salam. So that, guys, was a story about Allah's mercy, and we know that Allah is the most merciful, and He takes care of all of His creation. Sometimes we might not understand why something is happening in our life, but Allah has bigger plans for us. So we realize that the reason for what's happening later on in our life, and we are thankful to Allah for that. So I hope you guys enjoyed the story. Share it with your family and friends, and I'll inshallah see you in the next one. Till then, fi amanallah.